This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Justin Case. Before we learn more about the emergency plane landing near the Bluegrass Airport in Lexington earlier this afternoon, we first check in with WYMT's Tommy Poole for a look at the showdown in Lexington between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Kansas Jayhawks. Tommy?
Yeah, Justin, it was a big game up in Lexington. College game day in town, number 8 versus number 9. Need I say more? Let's just go ahead and get into it. PJ Washington zoned in for this one as number 8 Wildcats playing host to number 9 Kansas Jayhawks. Kentucky football honored at halftime for their big win against Penn State in the Citrus Bowl. Basketball team looking to get the big win as well. Wildcats got on the board first. Reed Travis out to Tyler Hero to Hagens, down low to PJ Washington. Then it was the Jayhawks who controlled most of the first half here. And then right after, it was back to PJ Travis driving hammers at home. Wildcats trailed by 3 at the break. PJ with the pick and the handoff to Hero. Back to PJ for the slam. Rupp is loud. UK up by 7 with 4 to play. Kentucky iced the game from the free throw line late. Wildcats get the big win, 71-63. Final. Kentucky has won its 6th straight, 3 straight over an AP top 25 team. Our sports director, Marcus Browning, is there. We'll have more highlights and reaction from Rupp and Lexington, and a big UK win over Kansas coming up tonight in the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday night show. Justin?
Tommy Poole, thank you very much. Scary moments today in Lexington after a plane makes an emergency landing. It ended up in a field of a farm near the Bluegrass Airport. Officials say mechanical issues forced the pilot to land the plane in the farm. Matthew Rand is tracking the investigation.
The small plane, a single-engine Beechcraft Bonanza on its way to Bluegrass Airport, was forced down about a mile from the runway. It was a close call for the 2 people on board who were both checked out at the scene but were not hurt.
They seemed pretty calm and didn't seem that shook up. They were just grateful to be up and walking and not injured. Just
after 3:30, airport authorities say they received an Alert 1, meaning the incoming aircraft was experiencing a rough running engine. 2 minutes later, that was upgraded to an Alert 3. The plane's engine had quit mid-flight. The pilot was able to safely put the plane down in a field at Calumet Farm on Versailles Road. Other pilots we talked to say they couldn't have asked for a much better place to make an emergency landing.
Fortunately, Lexington is surrounded by farmland, so you need a couple of thousand feet, maybe sometimes, to put a small plane like that down or less. And Calumet Farm, if you find the right spot, it can be ideal for that as long as you can avoid the fences.
According to FlightAware.com, the craft is owned by Condor Aviation LLC out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It had taken off at 12:16 p.m. from Allentown, PA, more than 500 miles away.
They were coming in to do a normal landing at Lexington. We don't know what their business was going to be in Lexington, but the investigation will figure that out.
No flights at Bluegrass Airport were interrupted because of the situation. The plane stayed intact, didn't catch fire, and its 2 occupants were able to walk away. It's the best outcome officials say anyone could have hoped for.
We prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and today it turned out to be the best. So we're blessed to do what we can to help them, and even more blessed they weren't hurt.
Reporting in Lexington, Matthew Rand, WYMT Mountain News.
The Federal Aviation Administration will be conducting an investigation, though airport officials say it could take the agency a few days to get back up and running following the government shutdown. Back in October, we told you about a 12-year-old boy, Chris Jacobs, who was severely injured in a dirt bike accident in Knott County on Halloween night. After several months, the family is reaching out to say thank you for the support. Police say Jacobs got his leg pinned between the dirt bike and a car, leaving doctors wondering if or when he would walk again. The accident was at the junction of Highway 899 and Holly Bush Road. 4 surgeries later, Chris is cleared to walk the halls of Beaver Creek Elementary once again, unless there is sign of infection.
Every progress that he has done to his leg would have to come off and be cleaned and be scraped and start building the muscle and stuff back up to back to where it's at now. And it's been, what, 5 months, 4 or 5 months?
Chris's grandmother says he is expected to make a full recovery by March. He will then decide to either let the skin grow back on its own or have a complete skin graft. Helping more people than ever before, the West Care Emergency Shelter in Pikeville recently received an important grant. For 8 years, case manager Anna Wakeland has dedicated her life to helping people at the shelter. She says grants to benefit homeless individuals, it's a real game changer. It allows them to increase their bed number from 30 to 45 and add multiple staffing positions. Wakeland says increasing numbers means they need more donations now more than ever.
The basic needs that we take for granted every day are the things they need every single day. We need those here.
As temperatures drop below 32 degrees, the shelter opens its doors to anyone who can pass a background check. They can stay inside the shelter from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. to keep warm. If you would like to donate to the shelter, we do have information on how to do so on our website, WYMT.com. 40 years ago tonight, the Dukes of Hazzard television show premiered on CBS. Today, thousands of people are attending an anniversary celebration in Nashville, Tennessee. Fans started gathering early outside Cooter Store and Museum. 40th anniversary merchandise was a hot item, but the biggest attraction was the cast members themselves. Monday, we will have a deeper look into the event, including our conversations with the cast members. The University of Pikeville's Kentucky College of Optometry and the Kentucky Optometric Association hosted a retirement celebration today. Around 100 people attended the event in honor of Dr. Gerald F. Combs. Dr. Combs has had a long optometry career, serving on the local and state level to improve the health and well-being of Kentuckians. He says he couldn't be more thankful to see so many people attend the ceremony.
All these people, a lot of different optometry schools, and why they come to see an old man, I do not know, but I'm dang sure part that they're here.
Chancellor Paul E. Patton, Minority Floor Leader Rocky Adkins, Senate President Robert Stivers, and a few others were expected to attend. Student Technology Leadership Program teams hosted a double elimination Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament at Perry Central today to raise money for their program. Organizers say kids like being involved, but some enjoy video games more than sports, such as basketball and football. Nathan Little, the STLP coach, says esports is a growing industry and hopes tournaments like this will capture more attention from students and their families. He says hosting the event at the schools brings friends together and creates a safe environment.
A lot of times with kids now, you put on a headset, you're in a room by yourself, and you're playing with people across the world. Sometimes you're playing with your friends, but you lose kind of the aspect of you got a bunch of people together that just enjoy something and want to have a good time. So this is what this is about.
25 people registered to play in the tournament. The winner takes home a cash prize and a trophy. And we'll be right back with a look at your forecast.